Hi.
Okay, welcome. And you've just been through a couple of sessions with the PainFree method and me. And could you say a little bit about, your journey and how it started? What were you feeling when you came to me and you found me? And what happened?
Sorry. Basically, I saw a post that you had shared on Facebook, and it was speaking about, the connection basically between physical ailment and emotional, the body and mind connection. And this is something that historically in myself, I've always kind of felt was quite a link, between the physical and the emotional. And as a previously in practice that I used to do, quite often used to work with clients and connecting to their own physical pain and understanding what more was going on, not only in their bodies, but in their lives. So long story short, illness got in the way with me and life got in the way with me over recent years. But most recently, I was seriously ill with bacterial meningitis, sepsis, and needed surgery. Long story short, leaving me in extreme pain as I was dealing with my recovery, and a lot of brain related problems, visual problems, speech problems at times, balance, you name it, the whole shebang. Felt like I'd been in a car crash. Anyway, long story short, desperate to get out of pain. No amount of pain relief was really helping me in my early weeks of being back home. And I discovered yourself. Very, very kindly, you offered me, and I could cry now because I can't tell you how transforming this has been. You offered me that 1 hour session, and in that session, I feel that you reopened something in me that truly got lost a long time ago. And it was so obvious in the past to me, you've got a sore throat, why aren't you talking clearly, what's going on, what you're holding in, all of those things totally forgotten. And you reminded me of what it is that I needed to do. So you shared with me your practice. You gave me some tips, suggestions, provided me with extra resources, which were amazing. I was quite blown away by the extent of everything that kept coming through. And at that point, my eyesight was really bad. I was seeing you in double vision, cross-eyed, all over the place, and really struggled to read a lot of the information that was being sent, but stuck with it. Long story short, put into practice what you advised and recommended, and here I am today. And long story short, I've not had pain relief since we met and we had our first session. I am, I'd say, almost 100% visually back to my old self. No longer am I having the double vision, and those problems have massively subsided. I feel like a bit of a fraud in saying what I used to say a few weeks ago.
Weird, isn't it?
I read a report this morning that I come from the neurologist only at the end of May about my eyes, and it's quite astounding how much everything's improved. So by working with what you showed me, I am really in no pain compared to the level that I was.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what's the time span, just to let viewers sort of know, how long did that take?
Right, okay, here we go. This is my meningitis brain. Sorry, was it about a month it's taken us since my last session? I can't remember.
Since we first talked, I think it's a month in total. Yes.
Yeah. So originally you're going to catch up with me within a couple of weeks of my first session, but I asked if I could kindly get that extended, because the healing journey through the practice that I was doing through your recommendations brought quite a lot with me, and I didn't want to put the lid on that. I wanted to feel it, experience it, and see it, and work it all out and see what was happening to my body. And I think because you've allowed me to work at the pace that worked for me throughout my recovery and healing, I don't know, I feel like because of my vision, although yes, in brackets, it was affected by meningitis, because you've allowed me this extra amount of time, I've been working on my eyes, and I've been actually, you know, bringing into my attention things that I needed to focus on. So again, you know, the link between visual and seeing, and yeah, so it's multi-layered. You know, I find it such an amazing way of doing things. You know, you don't have to go to some, you know, the joy of what you've taught me is I don't have to book an appointment and go and see somebody. I can do it. I could do it on the bus. I could do it in the shower. You know,
Yes.
it doesn't matter where you are, you can do it. You know, I was standing somewhere the other day, and I, you know, I had a moment. I was having a moment, and I thought, right, what do you need to do? And I was just going with it. And nobody knows you're doing it. It's a bit like pelvic floor exercises. You can do it on the go.
Exactly. and this is a skill for life, isn't it? So if anything pops up, your meningitis conditions or anything, as you say, anywhere, middle of the night, wherever, whenever it pops up. And actually, that's the most important time of healing.
I've been doing it, especially the middle of the night, because that is, you know, quite often the times when the pain really manifested itself a lot worse, because I had big surgery on my knee, and the healing journey of that has been quite hard, you know, but it's been as hard as I've allowed it to be since I had my first session with you. So, you know, it's not the main part of the day.
Yeah, and it can be like that. And so what did you expect to get the results you had in just a month?
Not at all. Not absolutely not at all. I thought, you know, I thought you may kind of reintroduce me back to something that I used to do previously. I never did anything like this previously at all, you know.
Oh,
yeah, because although I would have felt something physically in the past, and then I'd have thought emotionally, what did that represent? I didn't do the work that you've shown me to do, so I never cleared it. It was always still hanging around, lurking around in the background.
Okay, so I mean, what I give you is the ABC actions, what to do. Knowing that is really critical. Your mind-body connection, definitely, and definitely great value. But what I give you is, I hope to give you is the actions of, okay, knowing that, now what? How do you get rid of it?
Yeah. And it seems more business-like, you know. I feel like I'm being more like, come on, get gone. Don't need that now. Stop hanging around. Whereas I felt weak. I felt almost pitiful, you know. I remember a lady saying to me in the hospital when she washed me, you look like a broken woman, because I was so frail. You know, I've put my weight back on in this time. All of the things that are really needed to be extra, you know, to help heal. Everything kind of has come in, my appetite. Yeah. Very, very, very good. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Because that's the thing, is that when you heal, then your body starts working as it should, and everything starts popping back. Your energy, or some people have blood pressure things, that everything settles down, starts working, and like you say, your weight comes back as you need. And so did you have any reservations before we worked together? Did you have any reservations?
No, because from seeing your Facebook post and then looking on your page, I thought you work very similar to the way that I hope that I had worked with my clients in the past. And as soon as I heard your voice, your tone, everything, you care, and you come from such a good, true, honest place. And that's very hard to find nowadays, isn't it, when you're looking on the internet for things? I don't know. I just found that you work in practice the way that I hope that I would or will work in practice.
Cool, perfect. So you kind of followed your instincts and saw what you saw, and that felt okay, and then you sort of got on with it and let yourself go forward. Fantastic.
Yeah, and your testimonials, you know, the people that you have shown, you know, through the work that you've done, and their testimonials, you know, they're real people who've had real ailments, and they're speaking from their lived experiences, and that's so important.
Definitely. That's it. You know, people say, like you are now, you know, you're saying your personal experience, which I can never even describe. You know, that's your personal experience. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And what would you say to others who are contemplating working with me or getting my help? What might you say to them? And
Oh, don't think twice. Just do it. Just do it. I mean, you know, every day is another day that you're in more pain. I wouldn't put it off whatsoever. You know, you I don't know, I'm quite lost for words by it, if I'm honest with you. To have somebody who's sincere, the information you send is so clear, it's informative, it's easy to read for anybody who's never been involved in any body practices, therapy practices before. You know, you don't have to have body knowledge, but what you do need to do is really want to get well. And you know, and that is what you strive to do, and it comes across in everything that I read about you. You know, you can Google your name on Facebook and you look at everything about you, and yeah, it's quite powerful. I think it's an amazing discovery for me, which I will certainly share with my family and friends.
welcome. You're welcome. So that's the thing, is, you know, I'm ready and willing, as long as you're ready and willing. I can't make you do a darn thing, but if you're ready, I'm there for you. And then the next step, I guess, is my style right for you? And you know, it's not for everybody. So I offer free consultations like we did in the beginning, and to meet each other and see if it's for you. So no obligation, you know, just make sure it's right for you. And are you ready to heal?
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. And
thank you very much.
I think it's really good to hear what the experience you're getting from my actions, you know, and that it's working as it's supposed to. So amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you.